Maya, okay, picture this. You have this incredibly expensive heirloom quality tea bowl, right? It's your prized possession. And then, bam, it slips. It hits the floor and shatters into a dozen pieces. What's your first instinct?
Honestly, total heartbreak. I'd probably just stand there staring at the mess for a minute, then grab the broom and start apologizing to my ancestors while I swept it into the trash.
Exactly. That is the normal human reaction. But get this, back in 15th century Japan, people started doing the exact opposite. They were actually deliberately smashing their most valuable pottery just so they could have it repaired.
Wait, they broke them on purpose? That sounds like the most expensive hobby ever. Why?
Because of Kintsugi. It translates to golden joinery, and it's basically the art of taking something broken and making it more beautiful because it was damaged. Instead of using clear glue to hide the cracks, they use this special lacquer mixed with powdered gold, silver, or even platinum. So instead of a hidden scar, you get these stunning, bright gold veins running through the piece.
Oh, I've seen pictures of that. It's gorgeous. It looks like lightning captured in ceramic. But I didn't realize it started with people breaking things on purpose. That's wild.
Right? It's like, imagine if you cracked your phone screen and instead of getting a cheap replacement, you filled the cracks with neon lights. It becomes a statement. The story goes that the shogun, Ashikaga Yoshimasa, sent a broken tea bowl back to China for repairs. It came back held together with these ugly, heavy metal staples.
Oh, ouch. Like a Frankenstein bowl?
Exactly. It looked like it had metal stitches. It's actually called the large locust style because the staples looked like bugs. The Japanese craftsmen saw that and were like, we can do better. They wanted something that felt zen, something that honored the break rather than just fixing it.
I love that. It's so different from our throwaway culture today. If something's chipped, we usually think it's ruined.
Totally. And that's where the philosophy comes in. It's tied to Wabi-sabi, the idea of finding beauty in imperfection, and this other concept called mushin.
Mushin? What's that?
It literally means no mind. It's about non-attachment and acceptance of change. It's basically saying, hey, life is messy. Things break. People get hurt. But those experiences are what make the story interesting. The repair is the cure, but it's also the evidence of the crisis. You can't have one without the other.
That's actually a really lovely way to look at life. It's very grounding. You mentioned gold, but what is the actual glue part? Is it just regular resin?
No, and this is the crazy part. They use something called urushi lacquer. It's made from the sap of a specific tree, and it's basically a natural plastic. But here's the, wait, really? Moment for you, Maya. To get this lacquer to dry and harden, you don't put it in a dry oven. You have to put it in a furo, which is like a bath. It needs about 90% humidity to cure.
Wait, really? It needs moisture to dry? That feels completely counterintuitive.
I know. Usually you want things bone dry for glue to work, right? But urushi is a rebel. It hardens through a chemical reaction with oxygen and water vapor. And get this, there's a style called yobitsugi, or joint call, where if you're missing a piece of the original bowl, you don't just fill it with gold. You take a piece from a completely different broken bowl, maybe even a different color or pattern, and fit it in like a patchwork quilt.
No way. So it's like a ceramic organ transplant?
Yes, a ceramic transplant. It's like a collage of history.
That is so cool. It makes me want to go look at my chipped mugs in a totally different light. You know, before we dive into how people are using this today, like in basketball courts, which I definitely want to hear about, I just want to say, if you're enjoying this dive into the golden repair with us, you should definitely come back tomorrow. Join the loop and get your daily curiosity fix with us. We love having you here.
Absolutely. We're all just works in progress, right? A little gold lacquer here and there.
Exactly. So tell me about this basketball court. How does Kintsugi move from a 16th century tea bowl to a basketball court in LA?
It's amazing. This artist, Victor Solomon, did this project called Kintsugi Court in South LA during the pandemic. He took a public court that was full of cracks and weather-beaten, and he filled all the fissures with gold-dusted resin.
Oh, wow.
It was a tribute to the resilience of the community and the return of the NBA after the lockdown. It was basically saying, yeah, we were paused, we were fractured, but we're coming back stronger and more beautiful.
That's such a perfect analogy. It's not just pottery. It's a way of looking at the world. Even in things like textile art, I read about an artist, Charlotte Bailey, who repairs broken vases by wrapping the shards in fabric and stitching them back together with gold thread.
It's everywhere, even Pokemon. There's a new Pokemon called Poltergeist that has Kintsugi cracks on its body.
Okay, now you know it's truly hit the mainstream when it's a Pokemon.
Truly, but honestly, I think that's why it resonates so much. We all have our cracks, right? Whether it's a bad breakup or a career setback. Kintsugi says those aren't things to hide. They're the parts of us that are literally made of gold.
That is the perfect place to leave it. I feel much better about my clumsy moments now.
Me too. Stay curious, everyone.
See you again soon. Stay curious.